So you are new into Systeme.io. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get started with this great application. So there's a zero cost empire. You can get started with an email list of 2,000 people, which is going to be really complete for people who are just getting started as a beginner. So basically, once you are logged in, you will see the main dashboard, and this tracks your new leads and sales into real time. Now, a critical step is that before you do anything, usually what I do is to start with an actual tag. So Systeme.io doesn't usually messy list, it uses text. So we can focus into the upper side, and here for example we have the CRM. When I click directly into the CRM, I go for the option that says text. So I'm going to start with the tag name. So for example, let's go for subscribers, and I hit for save. This is my first tag, and I want to focus for non-subscribers. So you can start adding as many tags as you can possibly can, right? So in my case, for example, this plan only comes with one specific tag, so I'm going to just leave that as it is. So you want to create a tag for every entry point. For example, if someone downloads your free guides, usually you can start with lead, or customer, or subscribers, or non-subscribers. Usually what I do is only focus for one tag. You want to focus a lot on that. Now a magic funnel, for example, you can focus into the upper section. Once again, we have the dashboard. Here's the CRM, here's the site, here the emails, the SMS, the automations, the assets, and the sales section. Today let's focus into site, for example, and go for sales funnels. So basically here you can build an audience directly into this specific funnel. So we can pick an actual template that fits your buy. For example, the editor is lighting really fast. For example, we can generate to build an audience, and this is for subscribers. So the funnel domain should be like this. For example, here's the currency, and I'm gonna get it for save. Now, you don't want to just start on a blank screen. You want to click the magic AI icon, for example, at the headline. And what you can do is to tell the AI what you're actually aiming for. For example, write a high converting headline for in my case, let's go for a Keto Receive ebook. Just an example, quick example. So basically, watch this, how it's going to be generated with the three options instantly. So now we have, for example, even the image, the carousel, the can be helping you to do much stuff. You can drag it into the show of the testimonials of the product features without taking up vertical space. So I believe that this AI can only help me with answering a few questions, but if you have, let's say, a different plan, the startup plan, for example, they have now the AI that can be helping you to do this kind of deals. Now into the email and into the automation, now that we have a page, we needed to talk to our actual leads. So to create an actual campaign and add it to your first email, you can focus directly from emails and start with different campaigns. For example, go for campaign and go for create. In order to create an actual campaign, you must add a sender's email address. So to enter an email address, you needed to add and verify that into your actual account. So we needed to add an actual domain as well as a verified email address in order to confirm your email address. So basically, once you have now successfully done this, it's going to appear now directly here your actual campaign. You can select templates, and you can start adding triggers and all of that. So if you wanted to get fancy, for example, we can use the actual workflows. Now workflows, I believe that it now appears into the automation rule. Basically the workflows is if they didn't open an email, for example, they sent them email number 2, and if they didn't open this, or if they did, just wait 2 days and then send the sales pitch, for example. This is, for example, for recurrent buyers, for non-subscribers to start making some actual sales. And basically this is basically how we can actually use the Systeme.io. So as you can see, for example, you have the page order form visited, and you can generate as much action as you can possibly can. For example, there's the add tagged subscribers, and let's say that this is like an automation tools into the future, so you don't have to do absolutely anything there, and you can get more and more subscribers and just organize it directly inside of your actual workflows. So if you're ready, for example, to sell, you can just generate your own products that appears here into asset. For example, you can generate physical products. You can take out the product name, the description, you can add an SKU, there's a tax behavior, there's the weight, there's the media, there's the actual options. This product has option size, colors, and you get an actual product list directly inside here, right? And lastly, you can set, of course, causes or payments, right? Now, into the setting of the custom domains, you can look for the professional connection to you, adding your own domain directly here from your settings, and you can just scroll a little bit down and try to aim for in my case, usually what I do is to focus for my custom domains, because usually we have the one that's totally for free with systeme.io, but I can strongly suggest you to focus and generate your own custom domain. So basically that will be actually it. This is like the really easily roadmap of how we can actually get started with the systeme.io. If you want us to talk a little bit more about something specific inside systeme.io, you can let us know in the comments below. Right, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, guys, if you want to see more great tools like this. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we can all see you all next time.